can't believe it.
He's just completely, utterly in awe here.
That is a complete scandal. That is quite out of this world.
I don't believe it! I don't believe it!
Oh dear, oh dear.
That's what I mean about the bullet, though.
Goodness
That's what I mean about the bullet. There's ways to put the ball away, but he absolutely hammers this.
I mean, he's got a lot of work to do there, Joey. The ball's thrown into the sidewall early on by ElShorbagy. Creates a bit of a difficult angle.
Thank you.
So the width getting dealt with. This is where ElShorbagy will use all that experience. As we're locked in at 9-all. Can't go passive.
Down. 11-9. Game to ElShorbagy.
It's the downside of somebody that likes to take the ball in as much as the younger Egyptian.
Well, pace is on the increase here, JB.
Oh, do drop in, sir. Very, very tasty.
4-2.
Soft hands on that one, Peach.
I think he works the ball around brilliantly, and sometimes when he does go for that final shot, it's way too fine a margin. If he can just start to learn to work the ball in continually, the gaps on the court will just start to create.
Grinding out the same type of stuff, whereas squash, I mean, you can nearly do a different training session nearly every day if you bring in the racket work and the pressure sessions, practice matches, routines, and then gym work and everything else.
That's really poor, really poor.
Abouelghar has no reviews remaining.
Oh,
shocking.
PJ's not happy with that one.
Big point.
11-9 again.
Streetwise, clever squash from ElShorbagy.
2 games to love.
You'd always expect that.
Not up.
It's a nice finish from Abouelghar. Once again, slightly more patient.
3-4.
Bides his time. This is relevant to the situation. This is from Momen Nadim. What should be the expert advice given to Abouelghar right now? How can he recover? I think it's pretty simple.
Well, it's pretty simple. You've got to stop hitting the tin. He's got to stop going for very, very fine margins, as PJ pointed out. You can still attack the front by...
And after a couple of relatively tight first 2 games, he's actually had a pretty cushy night at the office.
Game 11-4 match to ElShorbagy.
Yeah, it's had a very
3
cushy
games
night.
to love.
So ElShorbagy very happy to get past the bullet in 3 games. Under 50 minutes as well. A lengthy second game. So ElShorbagy books his place into the semi-finals. First man in to the last 4. 3-love victory over the world number 9.
Yeah, I mean, the way he has been playing, he hasn't lost a match this season. He has been beating great players. But I just wanted to you know, go on court with him today, show him if he won with a certain way the last tournament, you know, I wanted to show him he needed to do it 100 times better today. So that's what I always try to do with any opponent I play against. Make sure they feel that they have to do it 100 times better every time they play against me. And the reason of why I did that is because I have so much respect for him, and I know how great player he is, and if I couldn't take it lightly, because if I lost focus at any time, he showed the great player he is, beating Greg, and and Paul and Soraf and Gawad yesterday or 2 days ago. So he has shown that he matured this season, and I knew that once he gets it right, whatever he's doing this year, he could have done it a few years ago already. So I had to take it like a final today. So I'm just really pleased to get off with a 3-love win, and just really happy with my performance.
Kind of a floaty drop coming in there from Paul Coll. Comes underneath the ball. I'd like to see a bit more racket head speed and just try and get the racket head above the height of the ball and come down on it a bit more.
Yeah, the ball stayed in. Nine, 6.
Joey.
Down.
Oh, that's a poor error from Paul Coll, slightly rushed.
11-6, game to Momen.
So the Viper continues.
Momen leads 1 game to love.
Tight. It's a clever drop from Tarek Momen because he knows the speed of Paul Coll. It's kind of that slightly deeper drop. He's not taking Coll into the extremes at the front. He has to change his movement pattern. I think it's very well put, Joey. I think a lot of players down the backhand side are just being very patient, trying to keep the ball straight and accurate. But the majority of the attacking play will take place down the forehand side. So they're biding their time, waiting for openings and opportunities.
I'd say it's the more aggressive play on that forehand. To a degree, exactly.
Situations in the match. This for me is one of them. Difference between 1-all and 2-love, and it is 1-all.
11-8.
Another error. So Tarek Momen starting to find the tin.
Yeah, it's very good lift and change of pace from Tarek Momen. Medium pace cross court, beyond the reach of Coll. Ball's just starting to drop off a little.
Video referee decision on Momen's appeal.
Tarek Momen, how's he supposed to play this?
Stroke to Momen, hand out, 9-4.
It's a pretty slick finish there from Tarek Momen.
Huge confidence boosting third game. Backed up well there, Tarek.
It's heavy. Oh.
Nice, nicely played. Taking it out in front, Paul Coll. A bit more proactive on that shot.
Hand out, 5-3.
Poor shot selection from Momen. Completely and utterly agree with Zishan there. For me, when I'm asked about the greatest players in the world, Jamshid Khan was able to change his game from being a retrieving machine that was the best move the game's ever seen, but also very accurate, but retrieving, very attritional, to then, as his body started to get older and a few more niggles here and there.
Stroke to Coll. 11-7, game to Coll, 2 games all.
Terrific strength from Paul Coll around the middle of the court there. Work the ball down the backhand side.
7-all.
Again, the poor cross-court width from Tarek Momen onto the racket.
Sure. That's good pressure from Paul Coll. I'd say that's the best bit of work he's done on the backhand side, really. Paul Coll kept his
9-all.
concentration, volley power drive straight down the line, wrong footing moment after those counters in the backhand front corner.
Good serve.
Down.
Oh!
Hand out, 10-all. A player must win by 2 points. Each player has one
Slightly
review
late on that
available.
ball with his move.
No let. Player review Momen on the no let decision.
How can I hate that?
The no-let's being confirmed.
No let. 13-11. Match to
And
Coll.
Paul Coll
3 games to 2.
gets revenge over Tarek Momen.
6-11. 11-8. 5-11. 11-7.
Superman
13-11.
books his place into the semi-finals for the first time here at the US Open. Grueling battle. We're going to hear from Superman and Lex Luthor.
Paul, an hour and a half later from the start, we're here, a 3-2 victory onto your first ever US Open semifinal. Must feel amazing.
Yeah, it feels, I've put in a lot of hard work over the summer, you know, changing a lot of my game and working on a lot of things, and it's feeling really good out there. I went through patches. Tarek, you know, he's a great player, so fast, you've got to be very careful, and I feel like I really found my game more in the fourth and the fifth. A few edgy shots in the fifth, but I got a $300 parking fine today, so it was a bit of more extra motivation in the fifth to pay that off.